So the next thing, so any other questions about this? Think about asking your sources for their Twitter handles and ask them how they use it, and then you can be connected with them and get a sense of what they're doing, where they're going, etc. Let's take a look at some of the statistics about social media and how it's going global. This is a famous now 2-year-old graphic of Facebook connections around the world. Each point of light is 500 connections on Facebook. And what's interesting to me is that you'll see Indonesia on the right is as bright as San Francisco or Miami or New York City. And that's interesting. Now when you look at this, these are the 10 largest countries on Facebook. Anything jump out at you when you look at this? Half of America is on Facebook. And there is, by the way, been some Facebook fatigue, as you know. But it's been interesting to see that people are still using it. And I'll give you some examples of what Facebook faced last year as they were looking at the changes. Anything else about you? What about all these developing countries dominating the list? You notice that? And there was a time when the UK was the second biggest country on Facebook, and it's fallen down now. Obviously, these developing countries have bigger audiences, but a bigger population. But the percentage of them and the number of them joining has been fascinating to see. And let's take a look at a list of fastest growing countries on Facebook. This is not from this past week, it's from earlier in the year, but it gives you an indication of how quickly things are changing. If I saw this and I was the Saudi government, I would be scared. Right? If you're a dictator and 250,000 people join a service in 1 week, you should be worried. You can see Egypt as well, and you can see Japan, a lot of people joining, and other places, Bahrain, etc. Let's take a look at the range of social networks and how they have changed. This is from 2009. You can see there are lots of options and lots of dominant networks in different countries. My favorite social media name of all time is on here. And it's a service called Wretch, W-R-E-T-C-H. How did that work exactly? Be my wretch? Wretch me? How did that work? I'm not sure. If any of you were on Wretch and are willing to admit it, please let us know. This is 2009. Take a look what happened 2 years later. Look how much more blue there is. And then you look again, and you see even more blue in the world. You can see there are still countries that are holding out in terms of domination. Russia is an example. Some of you will know that Russians millions of them are on Facebook, but they're also on a service called VKontakte. And in part, it's because you can say anything you like on there, and you can get Hollywood films and music all free on there as well. You can see China obviously is not on Facebook, and Kazakhstan is not. Kazakhstan has people on Facebook, but it's not dominant. That's what this color means. So look, in 3 years, the changes that have taken place. As you can see here, you see Mexico flip, you see Brazil change, and more of Africa come on Facebook. Right? And the total number of these have kind of been reduced as well. And this is from a great map that's been created by a guy who's been tracking this, and the URL for this is vincos.it for Italy, vincos.it. So if you haven't seen that, please do take a look at that. Any questions?